Barry talking about the Red Velvet Rope policy. The Red Velvet Rope policy is a filtration system. It's a filtration system that only allows in your ideal clients, and it allows you to do your best work. And by allowing in only your ideal clients, you're letting in clients that both energize and inspire you. And by allowing, because you're working with clients who energize and inspire you, it allows you to do your best work. And then because you do your best work, what that does is two things. First of all, it helps you fall in love with your practice because you're only working with people that you absolutely love and you're doing your best work. And because you love these people and love doing your best work, you're going to want to do more of it. And that might lead to more marketing. And then also what it does is allows or creates awareness because people are going to start talking about your best work. If you're letting in any Joe Schmo and you're not doing your best work, then people might not be talking about it, or maybe you're doing bad work and they are talking about it, and that's even worse. So the Red Velvet Rope policy, that's really the foundation or one of the main principles behind the Book Yourself Solid system. So by creating this Red Velvet Rope policy, think of it as if you're a club owner and there's a red velvet rope to try to get into your club, and there's a long line and not everyone can get in there. But what happens is that other people might see this long line to get in, and what it does is builds this concept of scarcity, and it can build confidence in your practice as well. So there's a couple of key components to this. First, what it does is energize and allows in clients to energize and inspire you. One of the first keys to this is then to identify those types of clients that will energize and inspire you. What types of values and ethics do they have? For example, do they ask a lot of questions? Are they nice people? Are they prompt? Do they always show up to their appointments on time? If these are kind of the characteristics of your ideal clients, then that's great. What you want are the superstars. What you don't want are the duds. So it's important to identify what the key characteristics are that make up your ideal clients. And then also it's important to then identify what are the things that you absolutely cannot stand, which drive you bonkers. For me, one of the things is showing up late to appointments or no showing an appointment. And that would be someone who has that characteristic would be a dud client for me, meaning that it just drains my energy and sucks my will to live, in all honesty. And then from there, once you identify who your ideal clients are and your dud clients, you identify maybe your mid-range clients, especially if you already have a established client base. And the idea then is to figure out, of those mid-range clients, are there some rehabbing that you can do to turn those mid-range clients into ideal clients? And if not, then you move them down to the duds, and you take the scary step of pruning your clients, getting rid of those dud clients. And this might sound scary, but in reality what you're doing is you're creating space to find more of those ideal clients. And I know it can be scary, but if your practice is made up of just mid-range and dud clients, you're going to end up hating your practice in the long run. So it's important to have this Red Velvet Rope policy from the very beginning so that you build a practice that you're in love with from the very beginning. And there's a good parable that sums up the Red Velvet Rope policy, and it's about an old man, a boy, and a donkey. And the old man is riding on the donkey, and they're going into town. And as they're riding into town, they walk by a group of people who they're outraged and saying, "Oh man, how can you make this little boy walk alongside the donkey?" And he's like, "Oh my gosh, you're right." So what he does is he gets down off the donkey, and then the little boy starts riding the donkey. And then they're passing another group of people, and they're just outraged, saying, "How can you make this old man walk?" And so they're like, "You're right. We can't do that." So they both, the old man and the little boy, are riding the donkey now. And they're coming up on another group of people, and they're absolutely outraged as well because they're saying, you're overworking this donkey. How can you do that? And so they're yeah, you're right, you're right. And so they get down off the donkey, and now they start carrying the donkey. And as they're getting to a bridge after carrying the donkey, the donkey slips and falls into the river. And the moral of the story is that if you try to please everybody, you can kiss your ass goodbye. And that's a good summary of the red velvet rope policy, because the idea is you can't be all things to all people. You need to identify who your key clients are, or your ideal clients are, and build your practice around obtaining those ideal clients so that you can absolutely fall in love with your practice, do your best work, and then people will talk about your best work. Thank you.